Hello there, I'm LPS Goth Chick, and I'm a goth girl who happens to like LPS. So for today's video, I will be reviewing the Skullector dolls from Mattel, and it was the Beetlejuice collection. I have some feelings about these dolls. I almost didn't buy them actually. I ended up buying them and I'll get into that later, but I just feel like I need to give a brutally honest review today because there's some things about these dolls I really feel like needs to be discussed, and again, my opinion probably does not matter to very many people, but I am a Monster High collector. I love Monster High dolls, and I just want to add to the conversation. So let's just first look at the dolls. Before I get into the dolls themselves, I do want to talk about the buying process for the Skullector dolls. And if you're somebody who has gone after these dolls before, oh my god, you understand the struggle of buying them the second they drop, because oh my god, it's so stressful. So last year for the Pennywise dolls and the Grady twins, oh my god, it was sold out in 2 minutes and barely anybody got them. But this year the buying process was actually much better. They made it difficult for bots because you had to basically verify that you weren't a bot basically, and they just made it a much smoother process. And I feel like they either made more dolls or they just, I guess, made it difficult for bots to come in, because if you know, there's a lot of scalpers and it's pretty messed up because they're going to buy the dolls and sell them for double or triple the price on eBay, and it is really frustrating. So I'm very thankful Mattel Creations at least kind of did their best to handle that problem. And again, this year, most people actually seemed to get the dolls they wanted. Obviously, there were some people who weren't able to get them, but I definitely noticed that it was more common that if you were someone who really wanted these dolls, you actually were able to get your hands on them. So now for the dolls. My problems are not with the designer. I think the designer did an amazing job, and the concept of these dolls are actually really good. I can tell they did a lot of time and research making sure that the Beetlejuice references were put into the dolls, which again, I appreciate because I love Beetlejuice. But my problems are with Mattel themselves. This part of the video, I actually want to be comparing last year's dolls with this current year's dolls. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I honestly think there was a quality drop, and a lot of people did notice this. And I really want to discuss a lot of the comparisons from last year's dolls to this year's, because again, I could tell that Mattel did not put as much money, I guess is the best way to put it, into these dolls. Alright, so I don't have a big enough set to show all 3 of the dolls because I actually own all of them. I actually got every single one from Mattel Creations from their first drops. None of these I bought on eBay, so this is, pretty authentic. So the first thing I really want to discuss is the hair situation. I am, look at that. I don't know if you can see it with her, but yeah, the hair situation. As you can see from last year's dolls, they did a really good job making sure the hair was nice and finely done. Same thing with Pennywise. You can see that they made it where the hair was not straggling. And I am very upset about that because these dolls are meant to be displayed in the box, in my opinion. I mean, that's why there's so much effort into this packaging. And just look at that, it's just very upsetting. The next thing I want to discuss is actually the shoes. None of the shoes were painted, and I don't know if you can see there, but last year's, they were painted on both of them. And it's just, and also there's less plastic going on with the outfits. As you can see, most of Pennywise's outfit is, you know, fabric. Same thing with them, unless it was like a little hair piece, but again, it was painted and looked very detailed. And here you can see that Beetlejuice's necktie is plastic, and also the belt is plastic. And another thing here is the hat here is plastic. And it's just really frustrating because these dolls were $90. $90 plus tax and shipping. So for me, it was $103 for this set. And I think for the quality, these are really honestly regular Monster High dolls. To me, they are. And they're just being marketed with that beautiful Skullector logo, because at least last year's there was a lot of detail. And I actually have another collector doll to kind of show you what collector dolls, in my opinion, and the level of quality we expect. Alright, so this is one of the San Diego Comic-Con dolls that I got. And I'm not saying Mattel Creations has to be at this level, but I'm saying a regular Monster High doll, this is really what the quality we kind of expect. This is a collector. So as you can see that there's amazing packaging going on, and I'm not saying the packaging here isn't amazing, but like look at all the fine detail, as you can see. And she even came in this beautiful box from Monster High. It's like insane. And then if you open this up here, I bought it, it was like that, so don't be mad at me for that. But look at all the detail, the painting, just the fabric, the everything. Like, there is so much going on. And I'm not saying, again, it has to be at this quality, but these are collector dolls. And when you're marketing collector dolls, we expect a certain quality. We don't expect it to be something that we can just buy off the shelf at like Target or something. We're expecting something that's going to be, you know, really good, and there's going to be a lot going on. But as you can see, especially Beetlejuice got the lack of it, which is sad because Beetlejuice is the name of the dolls here. And it's just, sorry if I sound really ranty, just I just feel like they could have done so much better. And my opinion is, for these specific dolls, was that they should have been separate, and they should have both been sold for about $60. And that way they could have put more effort into both of the dolls, and people could have just bought the ones they wanted, because I really, really wanted her. But I really could have just lived without the Beetlejuice doll. I just felt like she, you know, doesn't have as much effort going on. And sorry if this seems very rambly, I'm just trying to put my points the best I can. And another thing that really bothered me was there was no like art this year. And if you know about this, what happened last year was, sorry, I'm so annoyed, is that these Grady Twin dolls and the Pennywise dolls, on the first drop, if you were lucky enough to get them, you got this very exclusive art that even said the number of the doll that you got. And then they re-released them on Amazon, but you could only get these arts the first drop. And it made it this rarity, and it was so cool because you could buy these, and it kind of just set apart that, oh, I got almost like the first edition of the dolls. But this year, they did no art, which again just kind of showed the drop in quality. And also, I don't know if they're going to be releasing them again on Amazon, but if they do, my main complaint about it is, what's the difference of buying the dolls the first time than buying it on Amazon? Like, why would we need to wait? Again, I don't know if that's something that they've done yet, but I know they did that last year. But it's something that kind of bothers me because I don't know the number of the doll, I don't know the rarity of it, I don't know how much they created. And a part of buying these collector dolls is you almost feel like you're like in this exclusive club. You got these really cool, rare dolls. And it's just a little upsetting of the drop in quality. But now, enough of my ranting. I will actually discuss why I ended up getting these dolls. But I still have some worries for the future of the Skullector dolls and Monster High in general. After seeing me go off on why these dolls could have been so much better, you might be wondering, why did you even buy these? So I actually did buy these dolls for many reasons. one of them is that I was planning on buying them this year. And one thing that actually did bother me though is that I was expecting it to come out in October like the original Skullector dolls did. The Pennywise and the Grady twins is what I'm referring to. But this year they actually released like in mid-August, which was actually right near my birthday, so I was fortunate enough to have the money for it. And also I wasn't in school in time, so when they did drop, I believe around noon, I had no job or school to worry about. I could easily purchase them without having anything in the way. So it was kind of just I had the resources to purchase these dolls, and I just felt like I was looking forward to it for like a year, a little less, and I was just, you know, I felt like I almost had to buy them because there was so much hype for me to buy them, and I have to say, I fell into the hype. And I won't say I regret buying these dolls. I'm really happy I have them. They're still, again, a beautiful design, but it's one of those things that the idea was good, but the execution could have been better. And that's what I'm really trying to explain to you. And it just kind of came all out of nowhere as well with the dolls. Like, this whole thing has been like very like, oh my god, they're here? Oh my goodness. Because again, everyone was expecting it to be in October, and then like a week before they dropped, everyone was like, oh my god, they're here? And some people even thought they were fan-made. They did not think that they were legit. And also, when I purchased them, they said that the dolls would come in October, and they came a month early, which I am not complaining. I am very pleased to have them early because, again, I did buy, this was very expensive. And I almost feel like I am in this exclusive club by buying these, but it's one of those things that I bought them because I am a huge Monster High fan, and I love collecting the rarer dolls because it feels, you know, like I got the really good ones. But it's just, it could have been so much better. For the last part of my review, I do want to explain why the quality drop matters so much to me and why I feel like they put a Skullector logo on top of dolls that really could have just been advertised as regular Monster High dolls. As some of you know, Monster High will be making a comeback this year or next year with like this Nickelodeon movie, and I'm assuming they're going to be dropping dolls. And the one thing that really worries me is that if there was a quality drop within the Skullector dolls, what says that there's not going to be a quality drop in the ones that are going to be in stores and mass-produced? People have loved Monster High. It is big on TikTok, it's on YouTube. All of us grew up with Monster High, and if you were someone who happened to go in the store, the Monster High aisle was beautifully packed with amazing design dolls, and it was my toy as a kid. I will say this, Monster High was like the one thing I really loved as a kid. I wanted every single Monster High doll, and the quality was amazing, and I just really hope they're going to keep the quality, because the reason why I despise the reboot is because of that massive drop in quality. And I was so excited when I first got my Mattel dolls, like the first Skullector dolls, the Pennywise and the Grady twins, was because I was like, oh my god, these are the collector dolls. What are the regular ones going to be like? Oh my god, when they come back, it's going to be amazing. But now looking at these dolls, I'm like, what are they gonna look like? And I really hope this is just me thinking of the worst case scenario. I'm hoping Mattel blows my mind away. But MGA, who is producing the Bratz dolls, Rainbow High, and like LOL dolls, they are killing it in quality. And Mattel, I love you, okay? I love Monster High. I loved Ever After High, and I loved Barbie as a kid. But you really need to step up in quality if you want to compete. Because I'm gonna say this, I bought the LOL OMG doll, the Moonlight BB doll, and she had better quality. And she was like $20 and about the same quality as these Skullector dolls that were like, what, $90? There's a difference. And people are just going to go to MGA, your competition. And I'm rooting for you. Insert Tyra Banks saying we were all rooting for you. Oh my god, that's me right now. I really hope that you guys are going to do better, and I really hope this is me honestly saying my thing, and I hope I'm not the only one who's thinking these, because you guys might be like, oh my god, calm down, they're just dolls. But I love dolls. I'm a doll collector. I love LPS. I love dolls. It's just who I am. and I just really hope you guys are seeing this, and I'm gonna start not blindly buying things. I probably shouldn't have bought this, but they sold out anyway, so I was gonna buy it. But I'm sorry, I have so many thoughts. For my final thoughts, I want to say I do not regret buying these dolls. I am really glad they are in my collection because, again, the idea and the concept was amazing to me because I love Beetlejuice and I love Monster High. But I do hope in the future that Mattel learns from what the fans said about the shoes not being painted, the hair, the art not being in there this year, and fans seeing a drop in quality and knowing Mattel can't insult our intelligence. We are going to notice these things, especially since most of the collectors are adults. And I'm not even saying that teens and kids aren't going to notice these things, because they will too. They're not blind, and kids are smarter than you think. So either way, if you're going to put a drop in quality, no people are going to notice and they're going to say something. And that's what I want to happen. I want people to be vocal to companies in general about this. But Mattel, I'm really rooting for you. I really hope you learn from this drop. And honestly, not all of it was bad. The shipping was fast and the buying process was better. But make sure that the product itself has the proper time, money, and designs it, everything. That's my one wish. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just going off about dolls, and if you're interested in more of this stuff, I actually love discussing dolls. I just love talking about it. I actually wrote a case study about Bratz for my business class, so it's just something I really love. And again, I hope you guys like this video and have a wonderful and spooky day, and remember, you are always welcome back to the crypt.